Okay, hello parents. This is Open House 2021. This is Mr. Hernandez. How are y'all doing? I'm sorry I won't be able to meet with all of y'all. They're having an 8th grade team, so I'll be with them. But I'll jump into this group right here. I have a special class called, well, I just made a new geometry algebra open house class. So that's how you got here. I'm just going to make a little quick video. I'll talk to you about algebra geometry, talk to you about my experience, and then just continue to go down the list real quick. And the last thing is here, I'll give you my email so you can go ahead and contact me if you want to. So algebra and geometry, doing it for a couple of years, 20 years in the teaching overall. So when it comes to algebra and geometry, it is for high school credit. It is high school credit. So I do comment that the students should get a good grade. You know, they really need to get a good grade. It's very important they get a good grade. And by good grade, I would say 90. Honestly, I would say 95 plus. You know, a grade of a 95 or better. Really, because how do I say it? They just need to. They're advanced. They should do good. They're very bright, very smart, and I hold those expectations to them. And I go ahead and push them. I do. They look back at the end and like, man, like, thank you so much, because they have success. When it comes to what we're doing here, I go ahead and I structure my class. We're all going over asynchronous, but sometimes it does go over synchronous, but sometimes it does go asynchronous. Some students call me, sir, or text me, or email me, or message me and say, sir, I'm at the dentist, I'm going to the doctor, my Wi-Fi has gone out, just different things like this. So my class goes on with me there. They're there with me to help me out. But I post everything on my YouTube channel, so they can always go back there and do it on their own, if that makes sense. They can always like, sir, I'll pay attention as I can, but I'm going to step out. Yeah, go for it. No big deal. The video, the lesson I teach, it goes on YouTube, and I actually tell them, hey, it's there. Do they all use it? I can't say they all do. I can't say they don't, but it's available for both. So we're supposed to be synchronous, but some do asynchronous from time to time. I don't want them to do asynchronous. I'm there, I'm logged in with them, so if they have any questions, they know to ask me. Some students are very good at asking me questions, and some people are very shy. I'm sorry about that one. They need to, ask. Otherwise, I don't know. The resources I use. So these are the resources. Now, you look at this little tool I use. I use this thing here, and everything I kind of write down. Like, if I write something, it'll just create new slides and everything I go, all this stuff here right now too, if you want to look at it. I'm making this video. This is how I make my videos. I record it here and then I post it on YouTube. Okay, so let me come back here, minimize this madness, and show you how I pace myself, where I get my information from, what I do. So when it comes to here, I use a district pacing guide. The district pacing guide it's just provided to us. There's a lot more. There's some that are more in detail. I do use those sometimes, but if you look at this for the algebra, this goes for the algebra and the geometry. I kind of go off of this. So the first 6 weeks of marking periods, I work on all of these ideas right here. And the second 6 weeks, and then along the 6 weeks, they're called marking periods. See, there's only 24 days here. Go over this stuff, and then here's right after Christmas, 6 weeks, the 4th marking period, cover this stuff. So that's how I pace myself. I know we took a benchmark. Not coolish. All of this stuff was included in the benchmark. I'm going to adjust their grades because it was not, how do I say it, not fair. We did miss a week because of the cold weather. And then in this situation right here, if you look at this, this was all on the test. So it kind of threw the scores off. I haven't reviewed the benchmark only because I want them to know what this stuff is before I go review the questions that they got wrong. So I'm kind of holding that there. I'm going to go back and work with them. But that's how I pace myself. And then when I come back, knowing what the district wants me to cover by when I have to cover it, I'll use the McGraw-Hill and the ALEX. A lot of y'all have heard ALEX. It's the algebra learning tool for the students. I don't know it's an acronym. I don't know exactly what it was. I knew it, but I never used it. I just call it ALEX. So I use the book. So this is how I use the book. I'll open it up in the morning. I'll choose which lesson we're going to use and so forth. Some days it's 2 days, 3 days, whatever it is. I'll open up the ebook. Now, everything you see that I have here, the students have. They all have this. They all have all access to everything I'm showing you here. There's definitions, there's tutors, there's check questions. There's a lot of things here, but just to keep it simple, I'm just showing you what I do. Then I'll open up the ebook. I already have it open up here. And we'll, first off, since this chapter is 0, it's not giving you, I guess I'll jump to chapter 1. Let's see, chapter 1. And I'll pick lesson 1. I tell them, look, this is what you've done before, and now we're going to do this today. And so we cover everything that the book's showing us. Some of y'all are asking me, why do I use the book? Well, when I went to the district resources, they're just getting the handouts from here. So I said, well, I want to use some notes from here. It goes really, really good, hand in hand with what the district gives us. So I'm just going to go in, and this is way cool because it's color coordinated. They have everything they want, everything they need here. So I'll work these out with them. So as an example. So this is like the I do. And then we'll do these together. / more than likely, I'll work this one like I don't know what I'm doing. I'll explain to them, this is what we do, yada, yada. And then you try this one, guys. And then I'll just put the answer. And if you need help with this one, then I'll go ahead and you know, cover it, whatever. So in this situation, I'll give an example how I work it out. I'll just cover, usually I just cover all of this. I can move the screen up, and then I'll just write out here. I'll go 16 times u squared, and then minus 3. Okay, that's A. Do you have any questions over A? Cool, yes, yes, so. And in this situation, I'm looking at a chat going on. I'll have the chat for the Google Classroom, and I should have that open. And then I'll go ahead and, you know, answer any questions therefore. Then they'll do this one, and I'll put the answer. Or I'll ask some people to come out here and just tell me the answer or so forth. So we cover that. We do the whole chapter or the whole section. You know, there's a whole. When we get to this stuff right here, I'll start assigning them an assignment. So I'll go here, open it up for them. I'm going to use a dummy class for you all right now to see what I use. So the dummy class for this, I used this one right here. Okay, no students, you can see. I don't want to accidentally show anybody's grades. So I'll get an assignment and I'll make a new assignment. Okay? And so when I make new assignments, they're all going to be here. So now for the students, this is what I'll do. This one's already made. I'm just going to show you what I offer the students. Okay? I think it's the best thing. I choose the dates when they're due. I usually don't give them a date, like one day to the next. You give them like a couple of days to do it. Sometimes I do from day to day, just assign it from one day to the next, but that's fine because I'll leave it open late submission like way down the road. The reason is because I've learned is if I assign something today, a lot of times the students, Wi-Fi problems come out, something comes out, so I've got to go back and reassign it to certain students. So it becomes a big headache. So I just basically been going ahead and giving them, you can kind of say like a long time to do it, and I'll collect the grades maybe the next week or maybe by the end of the week and so forth. So I'll give them assignments, and I'll give them by choosing whatever chapter or section we're on. And I can do this, and I can see the questions beforehand, which ones I like for the students, and I read it. Okay, I like that one for the students, and I'll put it over here. Now the cool part is I love this because I'm giving them, and I check these things off, where they get the ebook, example, explanation, and they can go ahead and message me. I give them unlimited attempts at each question. I give them unlimited attempts at each assignment, okay? And then they get to go and do it. And I'll always get the best score. Now sometimes, yes, I know we're working on something and something just goes wrong, or maybe we're having a headache. So I let them go back and redo it. So then that's what they do. Okay, and this is where they'll do Alex. This is their assignments. These are assignments. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. Now the cool thing about this one, I guess I should have shown you, but every student gets their own handout or own assignment. No two assignments are the same. Everybody has their own, like this one. I'll start number 1. It's going to show me up here what numbers I have. Somebody might have E. You got it? Somebody might have F. they're not going to be the same locations. They're not going to have all the same numbers. You see 0, 1, 2. They're not going to have the same numbers here. They have it spread out. They have different numbers. And now if they come back here and they get it, I know they know how to do it. When they go to number 2, this is a different question than the same format, but different than the other person in the same class. It's really cool. Now, Sarah, I don't know how to do it. Okay, so remember all the things I was telling you? Explanation. If they click on explanation here, they lose an attempt, but then they have unlimited attempts. It tells them, hey, here, explanation. Count the number of parts between 0 and 1. Okay, and it just explains to them what they're supposed to be doing, how they do it. Okay, and then they can go ahead, and if they still don't get it, like if they come out here, they'll get an example worked out for them. Again, another kind of, I think it's the same one. It's usually the same one, or they can actually do another one. And then here's the cool part too. It tells them where to go in the book. So if they click here on the book, again, it'll open up the book. And it's going to take them to the chapter, the section, all the stuff that they're supposed to be at to go ahead and understand how to do this part. So a lot of students, I don't know how to do it. Honestly, you don't even have to watch my YouTube videos and you can come here. A lot of my bright students that, they don't even want to hear me talk anymore. What they do is they just go straight to the lessons and they learn them through here. And they learn them through here and they're just working on them and so forth. So here, you see how I got that one wrong? Okay. It'll let me try another. So now it clears it away. Like that other one never happened. So now they can go back and repractice. Or retry it and get it correct. So remember, there is unlimited attempted number 2 of unlimited. So honestly, when students get, honestly, I'm going to say, usually I give them nice, like 10 questions or 5 questions. I usually don't give them 6. I just showed you that one. So I don't understand why people would get like an 80 or 60, you know what I mean? Like they should all be getting hundreds. I really don't understand it. Unless they just frustrated and never get it, then you ask me tomorrow and I'll work with you. And then you still can come back tomorrow the next day and then fix that one. So that's how the Alex works. I really like it. It's really awesome. So on their own too, what they also get to do is, I guess I can show you, and go to reports in Alex Pi. For this class, there's nobody working here, right? And there's nobody on this Pi. So it's going to show, I guess I can go back over here. You see this little picture right here, this Pi? This is the Alex tab. If I click on it, and the Alex is basically broken down to different ideas, different portions of algebra. And it tells you, and it shows me reports based off how much they've done of each. So it's actually such a good tool because I can see that they're all skipping, how about this, quadratics. They're all skipping quadratics. They don't want to do it. I can see that they're all doing the easy stuff like, I don't know, linear stuff, very basic stuff. I can see that they're having issues with, how about this, variables, you know, factoring, whatever. So it tells me reports basically on everybody. Now, I do have them do 1 hour and 15 topics per week. And the way I do that 1 hour and 15 topics, let me come back over here. See, everything I've been writing is still saved. And it'll save it in order as I write it up. So when it comes to this Alex here, I do 1 hour and 15 topics. Each individual is different. And that's per week. I just shifted away from this for the geometry. They're more advanced, so I went ahead and I'm just giving them a weekly assignment that's due. And this goes from Friday of 1 week to Thursday of the next week, okay? So if you look at that, it's Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So there should be 7 days. Friday, okay, Friday, I can make out Friday, sorry about that. There's a bug here about me. Friday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days that they get to work on, a whole week. And I pick up the assignment or I run the reports at 11:59 at night. Okay, so it's like right before it turns midnight, which would be Friday. Now, all my lessons and everything I do, guys and parents, I come out here and I have it on my YouTube channel. I should show you. Hold on, friends. Okay, so I went out here and opened up one of my classes. I didn't have it open, but here's my Google Classroom for one of my classes. So everything I kind of do for that day, kind of, you know, depending what we do. If there's a good lesson, like I mean, like sometimes it's just an assignment. Hey, get busy doing the assignment. So if there's a lesson that goes with it, I'll post a lesson for that day, and tell them, hey, you do have an assignment on Alex, and it's called 10-1. So these two go together. This lesson goes exactly with the assignment 10-1 on Alex. So if you're gone, say today's date. It's not showing me today's date because it's saying I did it this morning, and it's I know I was gone the 30th. Then just come out here to the 30th, and I can find that video and that lesson I did, and I can do it. Now, if I go to my YouTube channel, here's some other videos. You know, just putting them by algebra, geometry, and you know, you can watch them. They're not the best videos. I'm not, how do I say? I'm not going out here and making them all extravagant. I'm just putting down, you know, what they need, what's in there. I try to keep them short. Obviously, like we don't want to talk the whole period. I want to get them practice. So I do sometimes stop it and cut little pieces off here and there. But it's trying to give them the meats and potatoes so they can go do the assignments. I remember each assignment on Alex does have explanations. It has everything that they need to go ahead and get the assignments done. So let me go back to this page. I'm talking too much, I think. Sorry about this. So I kind of went from McGraw Hill, the book I used, the Alex I used, going off the district pacing, put it on the calendar. We'd use the calculator. The calculator, I think, is you know, very awesome. As you can see, it's in color. It does everything you can think of. You can have, you see that's page 1. I can add so many other pages, a calculator here. I can add lists and spreadsheets, and they can all be tied together. So whatever I do here, it can come out over here, and same thing from here, and they all work really sweet. These things do amazing things. If I go trace, I can graph trace. I can tell you coordinates. You see there's a coordinate from that blue one, and it gives me more stuff. If you're familiar with math, it'll tell you important features, like, hey, there's my 0. It's also my y-intercept. Here is a point of intersection. It does everything. Now, say I'm on the blue one. You see the coordinates of the blue one, and I want to go to the red one. I can just press up, and I change to the other one, and I can go right here. There's my y-intercept. This be my 0 or x-intercept. It's not showing it to me, or my minimum. The sky is the limit, what you can do with this thing. I can add more graphs. There's so many things I can do from this thing, or with this thing. It's amazing. I tell my students, I don't know everything. Everything I learned is from YouTube, but this is a way awesome calculator. I recommend, I tell the students, honestly, I kind of tell them it's way important to maybe buy one of these instead of getting one from the district, because now you'll be able to use it for the rest of your life and all your you know, future education. It's way sweet, way awesome. Let me come back over here. Move this up. Your grades. Okay, so this is the way I work with the grades. Everything I assign them does go in the grade book, like 99% of things, unless I just feel like I didn't cover it, unless I notice a lot of students didn't do it, or unless some issues with it, or the grades were really bad. So you can check your grades, your son or daughter's grades on the Home Ec Center. And I'm very flexible with the time, guys, or parents. Issues come up all the time. Just talk to me. Let me know. I'll work with them. I'm not, the students know I don't even think I'm threatening at all. Whatever they need help with, you need to just let me know. Just be open line of communication, and you'll work with me. The other thing is I can't do grades for the first 6 weeks right now, or fifth 6 weeks, you know. So just tell me, sir, something happened. I don't know, going into the last week, and I can work with you the next 6 weeks, but you gotta let me know. I need to know. I need to know what's going on. You can't just be, you know. So I just didn't feel like doing it. I'll work with you too, you know, but it can't be along the lines like I didn't feel like working all 6 weeks and now I want to do it, or just I'm maybe rambling, but forgive me on this one. So I'm very flexible. Just talk to me. Grades do count. This is high school credit. So high school credit, remember, it goes to your GPA, or their GPA, which is their grade point average, which is colleges and universities look at, so just make sure they get a good grade overall. If y'all need to contact me, this is my email, joshua.atlantis@psjisd.us. If you have any other questions, email me, and I'll get back to you. I do check emails once in the morning and throughout the day. Usually after school, I do some tutoring or parent phone calls, and I get really busy. But I do check out. I do have a family too, so I do stop working and I don't stay late with my family. It comes first after school hours. So I just check out completely. If you have any questions, let me know. Again, my name is Joshua Hernandez. It's a pleasure having y'all's children in my class. And that's it. Thank you so much.